Mm-hmm.
Izzy Adesanya, I think he's a middleweight, middle heavy. I'm not too sure exactly what champion he is. He's a champion either way. One of my favorite fighters out there. He's in a situation right now where his girlfriend feels like she deserves half his money that he's earned in his career just because she was with him the whole time he was fighting. Not married or anything like that. And she just feels like she's owed some money for being there for him. How do you feel about that?
I feel like I feel like it's lightweight, like the conversation we had before about like what women feel like they're entitled to. And realistically, you weren't in there fighting. You weren't in there doing none of that. Regardless if you were supporting a situation or not, you weren't the person behind that. So I don't believe, especially when you're not married,
Kids involved?
there's no kids involved, there's no legal standing in it. No, you're not entitled to nothing. The fact that you decided to hold it down for somebody throughout their career or whatever, and it didn't work out, it didn't work out. You kind of just got to take the L and keep it moving with that.
Yeah.
I don't think that you're entitled to no type of check just because of it. You were
Yeah. That's a wild story to me. Like she wasn't really doing nothing. I haven't heard about her at all. I didn't even know you had
yeah,
a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I don't
exactly.
think she was doing that much because if she was doing the right thing, she'd be out there front facing everybody. Everybody know who she is. He would rightfully just hold her down. But it just seems like now it's a money grab after a whole bunch of stories coming out and seeing people do that to other stars and stuff that are, taking like Tiger Woods' girlfriend, trying to get her to, trying to get him to pay her to leave or some shit like that. It's
I
just
feel
people are,
like I feel like everybody's just about the money nowadays. Like a lot of people, like if they see that you have some chance of success, a lot of women will just go for you. I
yeah,
mean, not all women, obviously. I'm very much against stuff like that. I'm very much about my own money, but a lot of women feel like they're entitled to something. Like it's not like she was sitting at home, stopped her whole career, took care, like dropped everything to take care of their kids and the home and stuff like that. That I think is definitely a different story.
right.
But as a girlfriend with no kids, no nothing, like fine. No.
Yeah, you're just getting all the credibility of being his girlfriend now. You want that stardom. You want your name out there now. So I feel like you're just having this money grab to try to get just what's
Agreed.
the word? Clout chasey. Very, very clout chasey.
Agreed.
Yeah, speaking of clout chasey, this man here has been in a lot of trouble. Speaking in relationships as well. Jonathan Majors. I don't know if we talked about Jonathan Majors on here with you. I think it was me and Damon. He has been alleged with, domestic violence against a couple of his ex-girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
One most recently in a car on a cab on the way back to somewhere. His girl saw his text messages and she flipped out, grabbed his phone, and there was some violence involved. I don't know the exact story because evidence is still kind of coming out. And then there's other girls that were dating him as well that try to come out and have stories as well about what they did or what he did to her as well or to them. It got really big. Evidence was coming out to kind of try to prove his innocence from his lawyers and his publicists. But after a while, stuff started falling out for him. His management team dropped him. He got dropped for some commercials, some movie ideas, and stuff like that. But then all of a sudden, out of left field, he starts dating Megan Good, which is really interesting. Some people are saying that it's supposed to be clout chasey as far as letting people know that he stopped dating white women, he's dating black women now, and he's going back to that so he can get that kind of sympathy, and also as well as just people trying to clean up his image for him and stuff like that. How do you feel about him going and dating somebody publicly in the midst of all this controversy?
I mean, realistically, I just feel like being tied to anybody that's in the midst of like a domestic violence, anything, like any type of, I feel like it's just messy in general. And even on Megan Good's side, like to have your name attached to somebody like that, whether you really like that person, whether you're really rocking with the person, or you believe in their innocence, I feel like one person crying wolf could be the case, but multiple people crying out about the same thing, I feel like there's some type of substance behind the situation. So I don't feel like it's a very good look in general.
Somebody over there hollering. But yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan Majors, I don't know, man. It just seems like also that Megan Good's trying to play savior as well, trying to help her career as well, because I know she used to be the church girl, and now she is going to come up and clean up not the little black man, the black man that made the mistakes and make him look all good in the black community, and we'll jump behind him and support him. But I don't know, man. Me, I'm still up in the air. Marvel's talking about recasting him. So there has to be some kind of truth to some of these statements. I don't
Mhm.
want to go ahead and lambast him and just say a whole bunch of shit about him and say it's true because I don't know. And it hasn't really been proven. He's not in jail. He's out there freely dating Megan Good, which is kind of interesting to me as well because I feel like if relationships are, if celebrities want to hide relationships, they really can. But the fact that this was spotted and put into the open at this time is kind of purposeful in my eyes. You know what I mean?
It's very, even like if you're in the public eye like that, I feel like it is easy to hide a certain situation if you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah, because I mean, who knows how long they actually been dating? They could have been dating for a while and this got out now and it just kind of seems that way, but I don't know. It just seems kind of fishy, especially when he's in the midst of all this drama. And for her to want to get into that, it's kind of crazy. I mean, I guess she don't care about her career that much, excuse me, because this can be like very iffy for her career, especially if he ends up putting his hands on her and then she ends up being another victim. I'm not victim blaming or nothing like that, but it is a risky situation she is getting into potentially. And it's interesting that she would want to jump into something like that. You feel me?
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast.